Hey Jesse, how you?
All is well, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Um, hey, so I was like listening to the church service yesterday,
Yes.
and yeah, and it was a great service,
It was
and
amazing. Thank you.
yeah, but I got like a question on how you talk about like on your um on your biblical question, right? But like you said, we ain't got the power to do nothing, right?
Right. Of ourselves, we can do nothing, and of ourselves, we know nothing.
But don't we always got the choice to do either wrong or evil or good?
No,
Uh,
because you have, because you were born in sin, meaning that you were born into a crazy family where your parents was out of order, and they caused you to fall away from innocence. You are now subject to evil. You can't help but do wrong, right? And it's not you, but it's the spirit that made a home in you. Your mother's identity passed on to you. You have no other choice. But then once you overcome that by forgiving your mother and your father for not protecting you from her, then you are born of the Father, and you have no other choice but to be right and do right. You cannot do wrong once you return to the Father. You're not in control. You're influenced in that fallen state. You're influenced by evil because when you really, really, really think about it, think about the things. How old are you?
26.
Think about the things you have already done. And there are things you have done, if you had a choice, you would have never done those things, not to hurt yourself or anyone else for the most part.
Yeah, because I remember when I was a teenager, I remember somebody told me he's like, just do what's right,
Yeah.
and and, and, and that stuck with me though. Like that stuck with me. I was like, just do what's right, but it seemed like I never could get away from like my mama and all this like crazy crap going on in my family. Like my family crazy, and like yeah, it's
All
starting to make.
families are crazy, to be honest with you.
No, I don't know. My family on another level, but I, I think it's starting to make sense though. Like I couldn't get away from that spirit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
until I forgave. And I just recently told my mom to leave me alone. Like I'm about to go to trade school, and I told her like, yo, I don't want you to like call me or nothing because you just be worrying me. I don't want to do nothing with none of that.
Nice.
So
Good.
so
Good for telling her that and good for going to trade school. I was thinking this morning, because when I was down in Orlando this past weekend speaking to the guys, it's real sad how weak men are today, especially millennial men and younger, and some of the older ones too. And I never imagined that men can be that weak. But they've been made to be that way when they were subject to the parents and all that kind of crap.
all right. So this is another question I got because I know you worked on a plantation, right?
Yes.
You always say that, and I've created this like work ethic to the point where like I was the type of person that like I ain't gonna never let nobody outwork me. Like I'm a work, like I'm a hard worker ever since
Nice.
I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've noticed that like millennials all them they lazy. Everybody just want to work in the office now. But
That's true.
but but what are we supposed to be hard men? Like
Yes.
I feel like working created me to be a hard man. And I feel like people who do like work, like labor work, any type of labor work, and they actually work with their like whole full potential. I feel like it can help you like it can help you get closer to God or something. It's so weird. Like I don't understand it.
You're
Like
totally 100% correct, man. And that's the different. That's what one of the things that made men stronger before the civil rights movement and all this other stuff, women taking over and all this other mess. Men work with their hands. I grew up working with my hands. The men before me worked hard, and they didn't mind. It was a man thing to do, a manly thing to do, and the women stayed home and raised the children. It was just normal. It wasn't a white man is white supremacy and police. It wasn't You didn't have some leader over you. You worked with people, but you didn't make them your leader. Men were independent then, so they grew stronger. And that's why when I turned 18, they prepare men to leave home at 18, not stay under mama dress tail, let her become your wife or your girlfriend or something, right? And working hard does make you a man. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. That's crazy. Like, yeah, like I feel like I was living my life right, and then like, but just for the fact that I was just learning things on my own. I don't have a degree, like I don't got a certificate or nothing. I just started learning things on my own.
Nice.
But I couldn't hold a job because I had a very bad attitude. Like my attitude was just, I don't know. That's what, at least that's what my jobs would tell me. They're like, you got a good work ethic, but you got a bad attitude.
You got to overcome your mother's nature. That's your mother nature that made a home in you. Once you forgive her for what she done to you, don't apologize. Just say, hey, I'm sorry for resenting you. And God will forgive you. If she admits she was wrong, that's fine. If she doesn't, that's fine. You apologize for resenting her for being so crazy, and don't have any expectation from her, and God will forgive you, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Have you gone and forgiven her yet?
Yeah, I did. I did one time, and
what did you say to her?
I was just like, I forgive you for. I did it in the Spanish. She don't talk no English, and then I was just like, I forgive you in Spanish. I mean, I forgive
Are you
you.
Spanish? Are you a Mexican?
No, I ain't Mexican. My people's from Guatemala.
Oh, okay.
I was born here in Virginia, but
I thought you were black. You sound black.
Nah, we just Southern over here in Virginia.
Oh, that's what it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I was like, look, I forgive you because like, I was like, you Spanish people, y'all just real emotional and like y'all don't understand what you're doing to your kids, but I forgive you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I gotta live my life.
Right on.
Like, she ain't saying nothing. She's just like, she just gave me a hug, but then like I saw things getting better and better, and then like I've been having a lot of like dreams, some crazy dreams lately, like it's just been weird, and I don't know, like my dreams been so crazy, like it be having me kind of like on the edge at some points. I'm like, dang, I don't know if I should worry about this or not. But
no, don't worry about dreams at all. And if it's meant for you to know what they're about, God will reveal it to you. And if He doesn't, just let it go. Don't make a big deal out of them. Don't try to analyze them. If it's not clear, just let it go.
Yeah.
Because Satan will set you up, he'll make you analyze or believe stuff that's not real, and it'll cause you to hurt yourself in a way. Leave it alone. God is clear in all that He does. He got us in the light. There's no doubt about it. You don't have to try to figure it out. You don't have to try to analyze it. It's clear. And so if it's not clear to you, let it go.
Yeah, I'm getting better at that. I used to hold grudges and all that, and like.
Yeah, any male that holds grudges is a woman.
Yeah, I used to like, I used to have like, dang man, I used to be a straight woman. Like, I used to work hard, but that's my mama's spirit was in me, and it would not leave. And like, everybody would tell me like, you they would call me a bitch like all the time. I was just like, dang, like I don't know what you, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And then everybody around me, like, the children of the lie and all that, they're like, you need to go get some vagina or whatever. You need to go get some pussy. And I'm like,
wait, don't say the word.
Oh, yeah.
What? But that will only make you worse, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, now I know that, but before I was like, they was like, yeah, you need to go get some. You need some of this and that. I'm like, and then in my mind, I'm just like, man, I don't like none of these girls. These girls are just like, I don't know. I ain't trying to mess with none of these girls. They're like, you need to have a kid. I'm like, nah. And like,
well, I'm glad you didn't listen to all that crap, man. That's bad advice. one thing I noticed is that you have a lot of men online and stuff giving out advice to guys who can't get a woman or whatever, and they're trying to encourage these guys to go out there and get a woman, use them, but that's going to only make the guys worse and more subject to the women rather than setting them free so they can come back to that order of God in Christ, Christ and man, man over woman, woman over children. You must be born of the Father. You're not supposed to get deeper into the woman.
Yeah, and like I've seen how like you got a lot of patience. Like it's crazy the level of patience you got, because some people they need to get straight to the point, and I'm like, yo, y'all be whatever, right? But you got a lot of patience, and then like I'm learning to have a lot of patience. I've been having a lot of patience lately, and now for the few times I've spoken to women, like I can see like I'm like, yeah, I can see your true intentions, like. I know what you're trying to do, like,
yeah.
Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I just be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to talk to you no more. And, yeah.
Hold on for me. Let me take a quick break. All right. Hold on. I gotta take a quick break. Nery.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, are you doing the? Have you gone and forgiven your father as well?
Yeah, I forgave him.
And are you living on your own, or you live with your mother?
Man, nah, like, I had left for a period of time, for like 5 years. I came back, and, like, now, I went through all this, and, like, now I'm free of my mama. Like, now I'm ready to go. I'm about to buy a plane ticket and leave.
So, but right now you're living with her?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But you're about to leave and go to school, trade school?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And your father, how did your father react to you forgiving him?
He ain't say nothing either. He just gave me a hug. Like I've noticed how weak my pops was, and still is at least. I just be talking to him and then explaining to him the stuff. Like I be listening to you, and they don't like the fact that I listen to you, cause like they Christian. Like I was raised in a Christian church and all that, but like I'm like, y'all like there's none of that crap work.
Oh, they like Bible thumping Christians or something?
Yeah, they go to church. They be singing and all that. And
what?
And all that. Yeah.
All right.
And then yeah, that's it. I mean,
so
I went to church before I listened to you. I went to their church because I don't know. I was just looking for that guidance. I was lost. I don't know. I was just, something was wrong with me.
Yeah.
And I went in there and like everything was just like everything was weird. Like I feel like I stand out like a sore thumb. Like I stand out for whatever reason. Like I'm the type of person that like I don't talk to nobody. I just kind of sit there. Like sometimes I'm a bit too quiet.
Right.
And like it's kind of like I guess I make it awkward or something. And but I'm just listening. I'm just like listening to what you're saying. And I don't know. They was just like I was listening to the pastor preach or whatever, and like I'm like you're not really talking about nothing. And like I've noticed that everybody that's at church, nobody's paying attention. Everybody's just like looking at each other. I'm just like, man, I got up and left. And like I don't know, a couple weeks later, I just started listening to your show, and I was like, yo, this man, he owns something.
Amazing. Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
No, I'll be doing this in the morning and then.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, dang, I'll be doing it in the mornings and then like sometimes I'll be doing it at night, but I try to make sure I do it.
Well, I want to encourage you, man.
I know it worked.
Yeah, it does. And you are back with the Father now, God, and so if you learn to just be still, He will guide you, and it will really blow your mind. How you would know His love, and it would be more than what you can even imagine, ever, ever, ever. And He would guide you. He would enlighten you. He would cause you to grow in patience. You would find yourself just dealing with stuff, right? You speak up, but you just know. So stay with the silent prayer, man, all right? every morning, every night, and don't let Satan talk you out of not doing it.
Yeah, hey Jesse though, but like, all right. So even before, all right. So I started boxing, like amateur boxing, in my teenage years, right?
Yes.
And that's where I started learning a lot of, like, I started getting to know myself,
Right on.
through that, right?
Yeah.
But like, just for the fact that like I didn't have no type of guidance and nothing, like I started knowing myself, but like I didn't understand what was going on. But you like clarified everything that I already knew.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I started, like, even in the boxing, like, I knew I couldn't fight my opponent with anger because that would never work.
Yeah.
Like, it would only work against me. So I started learning to be still. You know what I'm saying? Like I started learning to be still. I guess it's starting to make sense now. I started learning to be still, and I'm just like the calmest person ever. But it was just my mama spirit that like I had not overcome my mama spirit that
You're right.
I was still carrying around.
That's right. Everybody, every human being on this side of heaven, all around the world, must be born of the Father. We're all born due to what Adam and Eve did. We're all born in sin through crazy families. But we must be born again of the Father in order to live. Because if you're not born of the Father, you're dying, you're not living. And so you're doing fine, man. You already knew the truth. Everybody already know the truth. They just forgot when they were turned away from the Father. But once you are turned back to the Father, you start to remember the truth again. You start to remember, and it's amazing. So you're doing fine. You're blessed. And so just stay with the silent prayer. Have you been to our church before here in L.A.?
Yeah, you know who I am.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, stay with the silent prayer, man. And
Hey, I know if you when you live in truth, like it helps you live on like it helps you live life to the fullest.
yes.
Like you live on the edge, and like for the children of the lie, they be intimidated by that. They be scared. They be like, "You crazy?" Like the way I live, man. Like everybody think I'm going to hell. Like that's what they be telling me. Like, you going to hell? I'm like, why? Like they like, you just crazy. Like I'm like, you not scared? I'm like, what you gonna be scared of? Just be precautious, and whatever. But just don't. I don't know. I just live, man. Like I ain't worried about what's gonna happen. I just go do it, man. Like it is what it is.
That's right.
Like,
but they said the same thing to Jesus too. They thought he was crazy. So, walk aboard. But
so
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like I was just gonna end it like let me answer the silent prayer. I mean not the silent prayer. The biblical question.
The new biblical question.
Yeah.
Or the old one.
No, the new one.
How do you maintain your hope in God?
Be righteous.
Amazing. I put my little 2 cents in on Sunday. I want to hear from others about it. But, man, you have really made my morning. Your testimony is amazing. You're on the right track. Continue to take one step at a time. Stay with the prayer, and God will cause you to grow. He will cause you to live. He will open up opportunity for you. That would be amazing. He will cause all those things to happen. Now that He's made your heart, return your heart back to love from a heart of stone. So you'll be fine.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Jesse, man. My life's about to take off. Like, I was in complete darkness. But,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my life ready to take off, and I have lost all, like, doubt and fear now. Like, I'm just a living spirit.
Right on.
You know, whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah. Amazing. Well, I wish you well in school. Let me know how it goes, all right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to stop by the church again. You know, I like going to church.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye now. Amazing. He's absolutely right, folks. You already know the truth. Let no one teach you. Go and forgive. God will forgive you, and the rest will just happen. He will cause these things to happen in you. He will clean up all your vices. He will open up doors for you that you never imagined. He will cause, of ourselves, we can do nothing, and of ourselves, we know nothing. The question last week was, have you ever done anything in your life, right or wrong, and it was your fault? And the answer is, you've never done anything wrong, and it was your fault, or right, and it was your fault. In that fallen state, you were influenced, but it sounded like you, it walked like you, it seemed like you. And that's why it's so important to get to know yourself, because you will see that it's not you. And that way you will stop judging yourself for the things you're doing, the vices and things, right? Because we have been taught from the intellectuals, whether it's from parents or Bible thumpers or the secular world, that you can make this happen. It's your fault. It's not. And God does not judge you for the vices. He judges the heart. He wants you to forgive. That's all it takes, really. But the hardest thing in the world for human beings to do, especially women, is to admit that they are wrong. They don't take responsibility. I'm wrong for judging. I'm wrong for judging. I can't help myself. What give me the right to judge someone else? Once you see that, and then go and forgive your parents, especially your mothers, then you'll be fine. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.